Hello. Welcome, welcome. It's been a little while since I've streamed, so I gotta shake off the jitters. If anything's a little weird, let me know. Audio-wise and all that, and I'll adjust it on the fly. You know how these things go. Here we are again. I got my tongue-tied. Got my gamer juice. I hope that's not too loud. I don't think you guys want to hear the slurping sounds. And, you know. Yeah, let me adjust some stuff. Yeah, there we go. I'm a little nervous. Like I said, it's been a little while. But, you know what? It's time to get back into it. So the first thing we're going to do, of course, is Risk of Rain 2, because I haven't been able to stop playing it since the new update came out. It's so good. You know, maybe I'll start with Loader. I need to play The Witcher 3. I have it. I just haven't really played it. You know? It just starts off really slow, you know? Nothing wrong with that, but... I don't know, I just get really bored easy. I need quick action, like Risk of Rain here. Bazam! Like, as soon as you start, you're flying all over the place, kicking ass. This Rockman? Fuck him! I know Witcher 3 gets way better once you really get into the meat and potatoes, but I just hate games that start with a slog. Let's see. So this game has an ending now. Like, instead of just killing yourself in time and space, you've got to fight a final boss. And I have yet to get there, because I'm not good anymore. I remember how to play, I'm just not good at it anymore. Fucking love Loader. Oh! Also, I got this cool stuff. Check this out. Listen to this. Listen to this.
Success so clearly in view. Or is it merely a trick of the light?
Is that loud? It sounded loud. But I can play... I can play random Darkest Dungeon narrator quotes. I got them categorized from good to bad. Here's a bad one.
Another life wasted in the pursuit of glory and gold.
You're gonna hear a lot of those. Plan on playing one every time I die. I got a bunch of clips though. Like, I got different voice clips for S through F rank in Sonic Adventure 2.
Very good!
Sorry, I got a little excited. Oh, that was bad. I had a run a little while ago where I was in that place where you gotta do the 9 challenges in a row. And there's a bunch of fire monsters, and then at the end, they all got the unstable Tesla coil. Can you believe that? Like, how am I supposed to deal with this? They should not be able to get that item. Like, they come up to you and you're just dead. Absolutely 100% dead. Because you're getting hit by 12,000 damage electricity. I spend too long on each level, but I like to run around and kill things. And if you're good enough with the Loader, you're not gonna die. With every hit she does, she gets a little shield. So as long as you're smacking shit, you know. I might play some Fall Guys after this. I'll be honest, I've been really mad at Fall Guys because my first win was stolen from me by server issues, and everyone kept saying they'll give it to me eventually, but it's been like a week now, and still no win. A lot of wins get stolen from you in that game, though. Like, I don't know if I'm just lagging when I play or what, because, like, especially on that last round where everyone is chasing you and you have to hold on to the tail, people can just grab your tail from across the map, and it's pretty annoying. I don't know if anyone's played it, but, you know, when you're right on a dude, and you're supposed to be able to grab his tail, but he just teleports away. I never really found a good use for this item, but I'm sure there's a good use for it. There's nothing more satisfying. Sorry. You ever get to that point in life where it's like, man, I don't even want to play games anymore. Like, you'll be staring at your game library and you'll be like, I want to play a game, but the idea of starting a game is just so tough. You know? Like, oh man, I feel like playing this, but then you're like, you look at it and it's like, I don't know if I want to. You know? And getting out of bed is an achievement these days, honestly. Now, speaking of plague, I'm always looking at plague doctor costumes and like, man, if I was just a few pounds lighter, I would be all over that. That's not really my aesthetic, but for some reason I can't help but think, man, that would be awesome to dress up like a plague doctor. I mean, nothing's gonna look cool when you first make it. I don't know what the original, like, initial design.
Take a closer look at that snout.
But, you know, through the years, they improved the design to make it way cooler. And that's the design I want to see. Or wear, I should say. Oh yeah, definitely, because, I mean, the bubonic plague was, that was, like, probably 10 times worse than the coronavirus. Let's not beat around the bush. We're dealing with something that is easily preventable. But, I'd hate to say it, but I wonder if people back then were a little bit more, I don't want to say smarter, but more proactive. Oh yeah, with the loader you gotta get the shoulder syringe. I want a shrine of order into 20 shoulder syringes, please. God, I love the loader so much. Uh-oh, we got a Lunar Bud. can't take it. That's a run killer. If you know how to use it, it's great, but that's a run killer for me. Transcendence sounds awesome on paper. It replaces all your health, you double your health, but your normal health is gone, and instead it gets replaced entirely with a shield. And that sounds awesome, but then you realize shield regeneration is weird. Like, if you've got a bunch of shield generator items, it's pretty good too, but you can't get healed normally. Like if you had the slug or the mushrooms and stuff, because the shield doesn't get regenerated by healing items. And it's like, you think about it, oh, this is great, but then you realize, oh shit, maybe it's not so great. Big punch. Anime arena fighting game. Yeah, like the My Hero Academia games and what was that one? It was like all the Shonen Jump universes. What was that one called? The one that everyone hated. Like finally you could pit. It's like Jump Force. That's what it was. But yeah, in the One Punch Man game, the mechanic is you gotta, if you have Saitama on your team, you don't have to have him on your team. But if you have him on your team, you can't use him right away, otherwise it'd be like over instantly. You gotta wait for him to get to the fight, which I think is a pretty cool idea, and it takes less time for him to get there if you beat up, you know, your enemies really well. And then when he shows up, he can't be killed, and he instantly beats your enemies in one punch. I think that's a really good idea, but I don't know. I guess people didn't enjoy it as much. But it must be so hard to come up with a game idea for One Punch Man. Like, you can't do like a brawler or a beat 'em up because, you know, you just beat all of the enemies in one punch. And, you know, you could just say, oh, you're not playing as Saitama. But then what's the point? It's a One Punch Man game. You want to play as Saitama, right? So it must be so difficult to come up with games. So I'm wondering, what would be a good game to do for One Punch Man? Like, the fighting game worked out alright, I guess. But I don't know. Maybe a co-op fighting game, kind of like that Avengers game coming out. You know, so you have an excuse to have a bunch of heroes who aren't Saitama. But then when does he show up, you know? I mean, I love One Punch Man. Now that I'm talking about it. It's such a good manga. I actually started watching One Piece again too. Like, I've been keeping up with the manga, but you know, not as diligently as I should be. So I've got a lot of chapters that I need to catch up on. But I caught up on the anime, and man, it's still so good. But you can see all the ways they try to make every episode. They've got like 15 minutes of content in 24 or half an hour episodes, you know? And it can get a little annoying. But they have to slow it down for that show because, you know, the manga, they're catching up really quickly. Despite the fact that they've got they have an awesome opportunity for some filler. Where they go into the life of the Kozuki guy, you know, the guy who died. There was so much of him in the manga, but they haven't gone into it at all in the anime. Shh, no spoilers! No spoilers. Not everyone knows. But yeah. But there's so many moments in the anime where it's like... I mean, it takes 5 minutes to get to the actual show, because they've got the intro, and then they've got the recap. Like, the world's longest recap, it's always 5 minutes long. Welcome to the world of pirates. You know, sail the 7 seas and shit, you know. It's always the longest recap of stuff you don't even need to recap. And then in 5 minutes in, you get to the show, and then, and there's so many scenes where the characters are just staring at each other, you know? Like, what's with that? And, you know, I get it. They need to take out as much time as possible. But I'm just saying, maybe they should just go on hiatus for a while, you know? I don't think anyone would mind them taking a break for the manga to go a little ahead, you know? I mean, I wouldn't personally mind. I still need to watch the movies. I haven't seen any of the movies, which is just an absolute travesty for a One Piece fan. I don't think I could possibly get into Berserk at this point. That's one of those things where it's been around for so long, I don't think I could probably comprehend it anymore. That and JoJo. I'm like, all the time I'm like, oh, I'm gonna watch JoJo, I'm gonna watch JoJo, I want to finally understand everything. And then it's like, oh, but it's just so long. And there's so many guides. There's like, watch this, don't watch this, skip this, watch this, you know? And it's like, I don't know. I also need to finish Naruto. Can I talk about how silly the name Boruto is, by the way? Like, what do you mean, Boruto? That's such a dumb name. Yeah, but I want to get into it. There's so much stuff I want to get into, but I keep thinking about it, and I just end up getting overwhelmed, and then I'm just like burnt out before I even begin, you know? Game Maker Studio 2. I think that's the latest one. It was gifted to me by a dear friend a while back, and I just never got around to using it. I mean, I've made a few games. I made a test game, and I started working on another game, which was an endless runner. But I lost motivation after a while. But I think doing it on stream would give me enough motivation to do it, you know? Just really knuckle down. Make it happen. Game Maker Studio is an incredible engine, honestly. Like Undertale was made in Game Maker Studio, like just Game Maker, not even Studio. The old Game Maker. Can you believe that? A game like Undertale? I don't want that. So, Game Maker Studio is a very good, tool. It's very easy to use. It's got two ways to work. You can do coding like normal, or you can do drag and drop coding, where you just just drag and drop things, into like a pseudo coding system, and the program does it for you, which is fantastic. Because I don't know how to do coding, and eventually I'll learn. But for right now, it's the easiest way for me. Oh god, too much fire. Eat this. But yeah, I think that's something I'm gonna want to do. Make games. Figure things out. Have a blast. Have a ball. Oh, there's a teleporter. Oh, Clay Dune Strider, no! Stand by for the big fist! Oh, this sucks, this sucks, this sucks, this sucks, this sucks. Gotta escape! No, 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 no! Ah!
This one has become vestigial, useless.
I hate the Clay Dune Shredder. I hate it. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna play Acrid. We're gonna play on Monsoon, baby. The lizard. Look at him, he's so adorable. How could anyone hate Acrid? Why am I getting a phone call from Georgia? Hello, we're just wanting to know who you're voting for this year. No, shut up. Hi, I'm with Voters of America or some shit. Would you like to take a survey and talk about who you're going to vote for this presidential election? It's like, no, shut up. Oh, I was... some asshole, like I was taking a nap, and some asshole called me. I thought it was somebody important. And they were like, oh, he's what name did they give me? It's like some randomly name, like I don't know. It was some lady's name, not my name. Clearly not my name. And I was like, what? No. Who is this? And they were just trying to, do some voting shit. And I was like, oh yeah, I know who that is. Give me a second. I just hung up on his ass. Like, God, it's so annoying. Like, what do these surveys even do? You know? I'm not interested. Honestly, not to get too political, but I'm not interested in either of the candidates. I mean, obviously, one is slightly better than the other, but they're both pretty bad. I say, let's just go without government for like a year. Let's see how that works out. You know, no government for 1 year. Let's see how it works. It'll be funny. Just let everyone do whatever they want. Not whatever they want, of course. But, you know, no president for a year. See how that works out. Give it a test run. Honestly, a senile Draugr would probably be better. Because he would be like... and then start shouting at people. You know, speaking of which, you remember the original Skyrim trailer? And you know, it's like, in their tongue, he is Nova King, Dragonborn, and the guy goes, Fus Roda! I am so mad he doesn't do that. The character doesn't do that in the actual game. They do Fus Roda! That's not as cool. That is not as cool. Oh, I'm about to die, because I'm playing on Monsoon. I totally forgot I was playing on Monsoon, guys. I totally forgot. I got hung up talking about presidents. I'm so stupid. That's why we're playing safer. Oh, the crowdfunder. Love it. I don't actually love it, in case you're wondering. Okay, but the Dragonborn should have an orchestra following them everywhere. The fact that they don't is stupid. They're the Dragonborn. Like, they're about to cut your head off, and all of a sudden, dun dun dun, dun dun dun, dun dun dun, dun dun dun. There probably is a mod for that. There's a mod for everything in Skyrim these days. There's probably a mod to play Risk of Rain in Skyrim. I would not be surprised. I want, but I want it to be, you're just being actually followed by dudes carrying instruments. Like they're actual followers. You know, they follow you around, and when something happens, you can see them actually playing. I just want that. That'll be so funny. And they can't die. And they're just following you the whole time. Like, you got the instrument dudes, and then you got the choir of people. Adoring ensemble. I can't remember the last time I did the main quest when playing Skyrim. Like, honestly, as soon as you're given freedom, who does the main quest? Like, you go to, what is it, Riverwood? Is that the first town? I don't know, it's been forever since I played. You go to the first town, you talk to the dude, and he's like, go to Whiterun. And then you don't go to Whiterun. You immediately start running around. And by the time you do go to Right One, you're like level 35, and you're already the headmaster for the School of Winterhold. It's been like... It's been like 6 months. And they're like, what? A dragon? Impossible. I'm gonna shoot you in the face. I wonder what the next Elder Scrolls will be like. I hope it's good. I hope they have a new engine. I don't know what Kenshi is. Never heard of it. they have to use a new engine. Like, come on. You can't use the same one from goddamn Skyrim. You can't. Like, I know Fallout 4 used the same engine from Skyrim. Like, maybe it was barely modified, but, like, come on. Make a new engine, Bethesda. You can't, you just can't not use a new engine. Like, oh, the bugs and stuff are iconic. Well, you know what? I would like a non-buggy Elder Scrolls game for once. You know? Let me see what that feels like. Like, they can't keep coasting on their games being... Oh, the bugs add to the game. They can't keep coasting on that forever. Eventually, they're going to have to make a stable game. Can't let them get complacent. Time to go. Time to go. Wow, there's a lot of dudes. Run, Ackred, run! Tell me lies, tell me sweet little lies. Tell me lies. 16 times the detail. 16 times the size of Fallout 4. Oh god, hide something. Fuck! Well, that's what happens when you play on Monsoon. I expected this.
Great adversity has a beauty. It is the fire that tempers.
Lower the difficulty. I am no good with Rex. You know how long I played Rex without realizing you attack with your own HP? On this one? I was like, why am I dying? Why am I dying? And then, oh, I see.